Alright. Okay, so we have a lot of people have died. A lot of people have died. So many people have lost their lives in this city. 77. Plus, whoever actually helped us with the healing from that law that does that. 75 wood and 25 wood before we can even touch tier 2. I mean, that's our next big goal. I don't feel, I have to be honest, I don't feel confident. The shrine's built. Getting a little closer. House of Healing. We just need to staff somebody. I would really love to fully staff it with children. So we're just below. Well, it's nighttime, so we could fully staff it, right? At least right now. We only have 8 hours left of coal. This should have been in work mode. Whoops. Is that the first time I've made that mistake? Glad to see we are learning. Okay. Alright, so we have fully staffed there. So we're gonna have to take the kids out of there and put them back on the gathering posts. As for steel, have some food coming in. See, they're kind of spread out. I don't know if that's actually working against us that they're so spread out. I forgot to ask, Nettie, how are you doing? I hope everything is going well in Natty World. Alright, we are queuing up the sick. Do I spend 10 food rations? Yes. Another person died. A worker. Florence Loftus. Alright, I would love to do much more research here, but we may not be able to. Okay, so nighttime procession is going. Everything is fine, much work to do, but managed to watch you live. Alright. Sweet. Grad school going well, I take it. My wife just started a class for her, like for gifted students. She's a teacher. Okay. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to survive the night. We're just gonna turn it on speed level 3. 3 hours left. So now it's time to shut it down and hit that overdrive to buy us a little bit of time into the morning. Yay! Successful grad school. That is success. I like to hear that. Good. I don't know. This playthrough, I think, is just, it's just going downhill. I'm losing confidence. I feel about this much hope and the... Oh, more people? Are you kidding me? And of course, here's the colds. He can't start the generator yet either. More strangers spotted. Captain, one more group of lords is marching in our direction, and it's almost not likely the last. This expansion just keeps going and going and going. Oh, I want to go to the Lord's camp. I'm gonna commit to going all the way out here. I don't think we're gonna accept them. There's no way. I mean, we need the staff. Maybe we accept this group. Oh, but we had more engineers before. Let's see what the game prompts us. The game might prompt us with a option that we cannot actually accept. That could very well happen. Oh boy. Down to 13. And the warmth is still kind of okay. Alright. Coal is incoming again. Let's keep overdrive on for now. Just for a little bit. Oh my gosh, look how many sick people there. There's over 100, but at least all the gravely ill are gone. Hard is really hard. That is very, very true. On regular, maybe we would be doing much better right now. Honestly, I'd be willing to try hard again. I'd be willing to try it again, but I think I would only be willing to try it one more time. Because I'd really want to just get through the expansion, and I feel like right now I'm just like, ugh. Request for aid. Captain, some of the lords we didn't let in have returned with a request. You seized our generator. You didn't let us in, and you left us with nothing. Have some decency and give us enough food and wood to survive the next few days. So we would have to have 100 food rations and 100 wood. Or just food. Oh, it seems that our town is in favor of sending them away. Oh. Oh, the care house is inoperable now. That's just that situation. Alright, well, I do not want to forget about the wood and steel. I think the law, we're kind of being pushed into a corner right now. I think we need the emergency shift. We cannot afford to have the generator turn off again. And... wait, we got more people? How did the 12 workers show up all of a sudden? Where did they come from? I don't remember that at all. Honestly, I don't know where they came from. Alright, we'll fill that one up. Fill this one up. We still have 2 kids. Yeah, I'll take a few extra people, but oh, we're actually running really low. Oh my goodness, 6 low here. 1, 2, 3. Let's just do 7 out of 10 for all of them. Let's kind of spread the love. Oh, 7 out of 10. So this one's got to actually be done now. Okay. It gives us a few more people to throw around. Oh, the working condition in there sucks. Oh no. It's only gonna get worse. Ugh. Oh, and it's actually freezing in this one. I mean, at this rate, we would have to build another steam hub out here. Oh, yeah, maybe some people are actually getting healed up. You know, just thinking, oh yeah, look, another worker came up. How would I like this situation to be different right now? How can this situation actually be very different? I don't think the timing of the steel would have really positioned us that much better at this point. It's really come down to people getting sick and people dying. We know from the last expansion that is what really killed us. Troublemaker. Captain, one of our men is a known troublemaker, is loudly supporting your decision not to help the lords. It was the right thing to do. Give a man an inch and he'll take a mile, but this is not over. Easier to say, this is not. They'll be back, but this time they won't be asking nicely. Mark my words. Ooh, I'm actually excited about that. I'm gonna see this expansion, this effort. I'm gonna see this through, though. Don't you worry, we're not gonna abandon this. I definitely want to see how far this goes. Losing a limb, one of our people has had undergo a amputation. Working in the freezing cold left him with such severe frostbite that there's no other choice. Can't do anything about it. Just keep going. Oh boy. A wise man. Sir, a dining old man has written a letter to inform me from the House of Healing. I will die a good death in due time, not in pain from illness or cold. I will die in peace, knowing that our city is in good hands. Speaking a little soon, I don't know. You understand that more than food and shelter, people need something to nourish their souls. For this, I thank you. May he depart in peace. Oh wait, why are there... Are you kidding? It's livable and 3 people get sick? For the efforts that we put in, we're not being rewarded. I could get, like, you know... There's nobody... Wait, there's actually nobody in here. We're just wasting the coal. We might as well demolish it. We could use the material. This is so bad. Oh, day by day. I mean, at least the food problem isn't worse. We actually had a few people coming out of the medical post. And just more people are going in. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to actually... If we don't get our hope up, I mean, that's it. So we need 75 wood and 25 steel. Let's put them up here. So we're kind of okay on steel. Get in there on wood. I mean, I think that's the move. I mean, we're pretty limited on priorities right now. I think it's this, and then it's probably going to be overdrive coupling, so at least then we can do 2 levels in overdrive. I mean, you do anything at the House of Prayer? No. I mean, I've been keeping an eye. The sermon is down, and Faith Keepers is down for another day. And this is ending in 11 hours. Is there anything in the laws we could do? I was really hoping the shrines is going to help push it over. I mean, we could do public penance, discontent, trading discontent for raising hope. I mean, this will be done before our quest ends, but I mean, it's not going to raise it significantly. And now work is over. The temple raises lots of hope. We didn't even get enough wood, and our coal is only going to last for another 6 hours. There's no way. More people are going to die tonight. This is so sad. We still have to build the temple too. 40 and 40. We wouldn't even be able to do that, and it costs food rations. It's sad. It's sad, but we have made it quite far. It's like the subtle things that have spiraled out of control. I do have a save file. I think we've messed up. I think we've messed up before that save file though. I think I'd just restart. I mean, once I fail. I'm gonna try it one more time. Alright. Treatment. Yeah, we don't even have engineers to put in there. Sorry, buddy. At least we have faith keepers on our side. 4 hours left. Oh, I left overdrive on too. Actually, I'm gonna leave it off. I'm gonna leave it off once the generator actually shuts off, or when we choose to shut it off. When this is down to 40, I'm gonna shut it off. And we can still hit overdrive once we drop a tier. We can at least go back. At least then we will minimize additional people getting sick. It's about how do we make this not nearly as bad. Alright, I'm gonna shut it down. I don't like that the bulb is here, but the temperature's immediately gone. I kind of wish it was like halfway points instead of like at the bulb. So we'll get to use overdrive for a little bit. Our coal is just dwindling away. Another person died. Here's that 2 o'clock morning. One died from lack of treatment. Frank server. I think the worst parts that could probably use a bit of we don't even have 20 food right now. We don't have 20 food and we have an hour and 47 minutes before we just fail from the quest. That's nothing. No food either. Let's see. Public penance, it raises hope. Each use raises hope. I think it's too late. I don't think it would actually have that much value. This we'd have to build in time, and we'd have to have enough food, and we don't even have raw food to even make food. So that's not going to do anything for us. Let's see, adaptation. Aesthetic triage. You know, I really wish... I don't know, I mean, any one of these things that we can actually use that will just give us an immediate positive flourish. Everything is, like, all the plus stuff for hope are worth so little. And I was thinking maybe Public House would give us just like a big boost. I mean, it doesn't have to be a smart choice. At this point, it's just what is going to give us a bit of hope, like immediately. I think Public House is going to give us something. Yeah. I mean, it won't hurt to have one either. Hope will rise slightly. I think that kind of answers it. This is only spontaneous. Discontent will rise here, but we also need it. If we didn't have that quest, I think emergency shift is what we would do. I don't know.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Just gonna do it. We would need it anyway. Oh, look how huge that is. It's half the word. Hitting that 24 hours is half the word. Wow. You know, a slightly modified hard mode would be a little bit more fair. Specifically, the discontent and the hope. The discontent and the hope it's such a hard hit. All the additions of the discontent things and all the diminishing of things are just so minuscule. It's 3 a.m. Of course they're not happy. You are banished. A band of grim men escorts you under the generator. The waiting crowd is silent. People observe you as you pass. Their faces blank, as though they were watching snowfall. You are summarily judged and spared the death sentence in recognition of your efforts. You are banished from the city instead. Can we work with the royals now, and we can go and create a band of miscreants and go and destroy the town we just built? Even though we denied them. I don't want to do that. Alright, select scenario, the refugees. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. Is it the... Oh, I almost want to turn something down. The economy stuff, I think, works. Resources will be gathered slower, technology will be reached slower, Frostpunk will have fewer resources. I was kind of okay with that one. Oh, this is like really loud. I was actually okay with the general difficulty being hard. People's needs. People will be more likely to get sick, and they become hungrier faster. See, this one I think we could have... I don't know, it's maybe subtle, but there could have been something we... I feel like we could have gotten ahead. If I could only pick one thing, I'm not sure if I would pick people's needs. Economy, resources will be gathered slower, technology. I think that one was okay. The temperature will drop faster, cold spells, and will last longer. This one, ooh, if I can only pick one, society's attitude. People will be more sensitive to bad events, and good events will have less an effect. People will be pessimistic. This is the one that I was actually considering toning down. I think it's the only thing that doesn't feel super balanced. I mean, pessimistic. That was the tough thing. I mean, this it compounds on the difficulty. Just a general idea of little room for error. Every time you make an error, it makes it that much daunting to overcome it again. This one I think would definitely make it easier. I'm not really looking to make it easier. I'm looking to make it less severe. This feels like the big thing for me. I almost want to put this one on medium. Society's attitude. I think I might go for that. I mean, that's actually how we lost. Society's attitude is actually how we lost the game. Wait. So does this like turn difficulty into like custom? Oh, then we're not doing it. Should we just do it? We should just try one more time. Alright, let's just try one more time. We'll try it legit one more time. We will never submit. Alright. The next one, we'll tone it down. We'll tone down something. Alright. I think this is attempt 3. Save our people. After the ships we stole from the lords. Here we go again. We head out in small groups towards the generator. Most of our people are still on the trail. They have less than 2 weeks of supplies, and the weather is getting worse every day. Oh, crud. I'm trying to do this, like, timer thing to try to, like, make editing a little bit easier, and I just cleared it. Hey, Girl Child Protection, hello! No, we did not beat the refugees. We actually just lost. You just missed the losing. We lost because our hope went down too low, and we couldn't complete the 15%. 15. So I was debating on actually reducing one of the parameters, but I'm gonna give it one more regular hard setting, like full hard. What ended up ending the run? Yeah. Did the lords arrive, or did the run before them? The lords came by the first time, and they heavily implied a second time the lords were going to be coming. Okay. So, action plan. So I believe the good choices that we had last time were actually child labor. Child labor was one of the first things, and soup. The one thing that I can't remember is which one comes first. I'm inclined to go with food. Actually, I'm inclined to go with gathering, because that's the first action we can actually do. Okay, that's the first thing that's actually going to benefit us. So we're going to go with child labor. Save jobs. Okay. So we're going to empty out... We're going to kind of do some of the same things again. We're going to put our workers on here, and then children. And I'm going to start clearing out... What is this one? Steel? We're going to start clearing out these next. And as soon as we can build a workshop, that's going to be the next thing we're going to build. So it's going to be one of the first things we build, I think. We're going to have 5 people in here. I felt good with 5 before. Alright, let's go with this distribution for now. Go ahead and do speed level 3. I forgot the volume. Okay. Alright. So the next things are, we need to, after we build the workshop, basically need to get the workshop going as fast as possible. I kind of already wasn't paying attention to our resources. No roof over our heads. Captain, we need to do the shelter thing. We'll provide shelter for some people. We have 2 days to provide shelter for 21 people. We can build 3. Alright, so... It probably wouldn't be built until nighttime anyway. Until the evening, so let's go ahead. We're gonna have gathering posts, and I'm gonna put the coal thumper over here. So this time, let's put the... It also doesn't need to be in the first layer. So let's go ahead and mark it with a hut. I don't know what the distance is. Put that there. And we have the wood. Let's go ahead and just complete that quest. Wait, this is where we had our healing stuff before. Kind of want to maintain that. Yeah. Do we? Do we want to do that, actually? We can put the medical post with the homes, and that would have been a better distribution of our steam vents, or steam hubs. Alright, let's mark a medical post. I think they have the same floor plan. Yeah, let's take the 3 down. Let's actually start with this here. Alright, let's go ahead and do speedy forward. Alright, so it's about nighttime. Let's turn on Steam level 1. Okay. I almost want to do overdrive for the first night. I mean, people are livable. But I feel like some of these early things, we have 1 level coming up, actually. Alright, we'll reserve it for that one. See, the last time we were playing, we had 2 levels right there, and that's where we got most of the sick people. Alright, so we don't have any sick right now, so we don't actually have to employ anybody in the medical post yet. Famous first words. Okay. Alright, so the shelter is going to be done. Alright, let's go ahead and do speed level 3. Let's grab 3 engineers out of there. Promise fulfilled. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is faster gathering. I'm very confident with that one, because we can't even build the Hunter's Hut yet. So, gathering first. The next one is going to be Hunter's Hut. The next thing here is going to be soup. And with 20 left, we can build the cookhouse. We're going to build that near all the homes, but we're not going to put it in the home circle. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put the cookhouse in here. At least then by default, we'll have at least 1 cookhouse. Actually, I'm not opposed to that idea. Let's see, it's not stretchy over here, so let's stick it over here. Alright. That's a slightly better decision already. Alright, let's grab... Where's our engineers? Let's grab 1 from here, put them in the medical post. Let's actually grab a few more. We need to nip these in the bud, as they say. I think that's how it goes. I'm really bad at phrases. I make up most of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put 5 back in here. And we need to get rid of the sick as fast as possible. So I'm really glad that we actually jumped the gun. It kind of felt like we... Look at this! Zeroed out our wood! Ooh. Feels so, like, pro. I feel like we have the beginning of this game, like, actually... Or this expansion. Like, and pretty good... We have pretty good decisions here, I think. You know, our steel is probably running a little high. Probably increase our wood again. We're going to be getting refugees probably around day 3. So we should probably build more huts. What should our next priority be? I know we're going to do some research. We already are doing some research. In fact, research was actually a really, really big problem in the later game. And so right now we have our engineers split between the medical post and the workplace. So I think as soon as 8 o'clock hits, we're going to drop one of the medical people and put him in the workshop. All it does is affect the efficiency. It doesn't actually... Oh, one of them is actually already sick. Of course. Of course. Of course one of our engineers are sick. But I'm going to drop one of... Let's get 1 child out. Let's actually get 2 kids. I want to get all the food out as soon as possible. Alright, it's about to be 8 o'clock. Alright, we're going to drop this by 1. Increase this by 1. At least then, I mean, we had health problems and we had research problems. At least we're splitting it down the middle now. I really wanted to move one more. Oh, they're fully staffed now. About a day. That put an hour on. I want to drop it one more. I'm really, really worried about research. I mean, in the end, we were not advanced enough in our research to actually prevent illness. Alright, so I think the next few things we need to think about are going to be gathering posts. Until we get the refugees, I'm going to not worry about the huts. I think the early game we have to actually get the gathering posts. Simply because they're just more efficient. Like, they're much, much more efficient. These are coal. We need the wood. Let's go ahead and plop. Let's plop this down. Oh, we can actually get all of it right here. Ooh, I like that. All right, let's plop that there. It's a little distracting for all of them, I think. It's gonna not really whittle down the wood, which is really what we want out of this. Oh, we actually already have more homeless. All right, we're about to hit 10. That's one thing that we had benefits of right off the bat in the game, is if everybody has a hut, we're not going to get as many sick. It worked for a while until that level 2 hit. Okay, so now we do have a home problem. First refugees. The first group is finally here. We are relieved to learn that the trail is still negotiable. They saw another group behind who will soon arrive. Jumble those words around. This hasn't even started being built yet. I'm gonna cancel it. I think it's really, really important that people have a home. We cannot afford taking engineers off of the research in order to make another medical post. It might be a little excessive, but I think it's what has to be done. Kind of want to put at least a second medical post here, so I think we're working on the second layer of homes now. Actually, not put the other home there. We could put another medical post over here. At least that gives us 10, and we're also going to do overcrowded this time. Just thinking in the future now. We can always switch it if it really becomes a thing. It's kind of arbitrary. Actually, I think the gathering post is going to be in the way. Is this where it was? Alright, we can stick one down here. I can't even look now. Alright, child injured at work. Alright, this child can have a day off because we cannot afford any hope to go down. We pretty much don't have a choice about that. Speaking of, let's take the 2 kids out of there and put them in the wood. Oh, whoa. That's right, we have more people. We have more engineers? No, of course. I want to see this at 5. We still have lots of children. This one's a coal pile. Oh, we actually have workers. Cool. Alright, our steel is kind of okay right now. It wouldn't hurt to get... I don't know, we could get ahead. We could get further ahead with steel. But we're always gonna be using coal, so I'm just gonna stick them over here. Alright. Zeroed out again? Okay. Discontent continues. People are hungry, lacking shelter. What do we need for Hunter's Hut? 20 wood. Okay. We wasted a little bit of time there. That's okay. Happens. Let's stick... We're gonna put a gathering post over here. Let's actually see what that measurement's gonna be. 3 squares. Okay. 1, 2, 3. About right here. So we're gonna start the hunter's hut chain like over here. It's gonna be around here. Before we had them over here, I think they were kind of in a way. We need a beacon. Yep. I know. We need a lot of things. Not before faster gathering. Alright, let's do danger speed level 3. Alright, our next law. Alright, so I think this is the other really critical thing. We can do emergency shift so we can get into extended shift, or we can do fighting arena. That way we always, like right off the bat, we have a constant sort of check, a passive check, mind you, very much passive on discontent. It's also cheap. I don't think we can't really afford House of Prayer. I don't think we're ready for that. I think we need to dabble around in here first. I'm not going to worry about corpse disposal or cemetery until somebody dies. But we're also going to go for cemetery this time because corpse disposal caused a huge hope hit. So we're going to do fighting arena, which might cause a few more sick or injured. We almost timed that one well. 14 wood. Let's take 10 people out of here and put them in the hunter's hut. So that's gonna give us how much per day? 8.7. Do we have any more workers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 13 per day. 13 per day. Let's see. Taking out my calculator, 13 divided by 2 times 5, 32. We still need another hunter's hut. And when we do the research for the gathering, the hunter's gathering tools or whatever it is, we'll be able to do 18, which will be 45. Yeah. And which means that we still need to make more. We still need 2 of them. Okay. The protective mother. Mother has refused to let her daughter go to work. Let's see. Hope arise. Nothing will change. We're gonna... I think this one leads to safe environments for children. So the food came... I mean, I don't know. I think the food came at a good time. I think the food came at a good time. I guess it could have been earlier.
Brace yourselves. Home is coming.
Oh my goodness. Dude, hard mode. You see this? So the level's gonna go down, and it's gonna go down immediately to 2 levels. At least we have several days. Oh my goodness. This game is relentless on hard. At least everything that's in this circle is kind of okay, and everything with at least one additional level, is kind of okay. What do we do? So we're doing a faster gathering. I think we do Steam Hub. I think we do Steam Hub. Because then we can put the Steam Hub over here, and it'll help with this gathering post. And then the second gathering post when we build that. And then the second one will go over here for all the workers. And if we survive for a third one, it will go over here. Near the wood wall. Drop this back down for research. Hard mode is really, it's really hard. It's so hard. Oh my gosh. 2 more levels. Why is this yellow? Why is this text yellow? Freaking me out. Where'd the food go? Yeah, I don't know. They haven't gone out yet. We could have built that before the medical post. We could have built that before the huts. Or we could have built it before the workshop. But I don't really regret any of those decisions though, because I don't know. I think that's part of hard mode. The game, like in this mode, you will just have a actual challenge. And it's meant to give you a challenge. And so I would say, I think the picture we're looking at right now is pretty much all you could really ask for in the beginning. Okay, so we could do the beacon. I think the beacon is early in this case. But we do have a significant amount of time before it drops 2 more levels. Hunter's gear is definitely up there, I'd say. I mean, we're still going to get people, regardless of us having a beacon or not. We're still going to have more people coming, and we need to be able to supply food. So, I'd say we need Hunter's gear. I'm going against the grain on this. I think that's what we did last time. The early survival group is going to help us if everybody doesn't already get super sick. Presumably, everybody who arrives in a group, when we get 10 out of 10 groups, we will have exceeded 250 survivors. But of course, people are going to die. So that first group is just going to help with that. And I think I might risk not getting that group. Or I think I'm going to wait until the game prompts us narratively that there's another group out there. Alright, cool. No more sick. Or 4 more. But no more queued. No more queued. What is going on with our food? Fully staffed. Where's our... Oh my goodness, it's taken them 2 days. It's taken them actually 2 days to go out and get food. People are hungry. Yeah, I know. We're not going to be able to feed everybody. Alright, we're going to have to take the discontent rise. So like that, our hope should be here. I kind of want to keep track of like, if we did do the 1 slider back, where would our hope and our discontent actually be right now? I think our hope would be right here, and I think our discontent would be right here. Another group arise. Here we could be free at last. In London we had to toil like slaves for a piece of bread. I see. Okay. More engineers. Sweet. Get 2 in there. Now we can build a second medical, or probably we should build a second medical. Alright. And we're kind of okay on steel. I think our trajectory for steel is acceptable. If anything, it's probably a little too fast. The first thing we're going to build with steel, I think, is going to be the beacon. We need to increase our coal income. I see all the wood here is gone. We actually didn't even need a gathering post. The gathering post over here now will be useful. If we can get rid of all this stuff before that 2 level hits, I think that would be we'll be in a really good position. Alright, so I'm going to build a gathering post over here. And with this emptied, we have a lot more people, so... kind of a waste of engineers. Wait, we don't need this one. Oh, I mean, we will. Just not necessarily right now. Alright, hold on. Maybe we don't want the gathering post there. So when we build the coal thumper, I remember a little bit later we actually didn't have enough steel. Our transition into the steel building thing, the steelworks, was a little too slow. So I think we might need to actually position this a little bit higher. Or if we put the steel thumper over here, or the coal thumper over here, so close to the generator, all the gathering posts will be already in position. So I guess let's just put it up here instead of back here. I think back here it's gonna end up controlling where we put the coal thumper. I would really like to place gathering posts down without having to deconstruct them again. I think deconstructing is kind of a dangerous place to put ourselves, because we end up losing some of the materials. This is where, you know, a coal thumper will probably be better over here. There's already a bunch of coal. There's only one coal pile over here. It's actually a pretty decent point, maybe, as far as that argument goes. I don't know. I'm gonna commit to this. It's already almost done. I don't want to waste the hours we've already spent. Alright, so we have a healthy amount of materials here. What do we... Oh, we need we need another hunter's hut. For sure. Let's take everybody out of here. Actually, let's take the children out. And put 5 in there. Okay. So I know we need another hunter's hut, and we also need more huts. Okay, so food, hunter's huts. Plop this down. Build the road. And oh, right. We can build our fighting arena now. Does temperature matter? Does it really matter? Like, does it really matter? For the fighting arena? I'm gonna put it over here. I'm gonna build out all of our buildings out this direction. Oh, we can get everybody right now, right here, but we're kind of wasting 2 slots. I guess that hut is not gonna be entertained. We're gonna build out on the second layer here. You can just see the future of all of these decisions and how every one of these little decisions are gonna steamroll into our success or utter failure. Get more coffee. Motivated by kittens and caffeine. Any kind of caffeine, really. Today's caffeine is coffee. It's actually 2 completely different types of coffee made from 2 completely different methods merged into one from this morning. I don't shy away from old coffee. Alright, so the next thing we're going to research, it's going to be the next pickle. I think I'm going to do a steam hub. Maybe a steam hub? Or I think we're going to do steam hub, actually, because then we can start combating the variables here, the homes, as we add huts and stuff like that around here. We'll be able to get them all on one level sooner. So I think we're going to do steam hub first. I mean, we're going to have to do a steam hub anyway. Now all the sick are happening. It's probably from these 2 huts. Alright, so this is now open. When we get the next group, they're gonna go right in there. Maybe we should have done sawdust. Sawdust instead of soup. I feel okay about soup. I don't feel as guilty about soup. Alright. Now the morning comes. Morning has arrived.
Work time. Get moving.
Alright. Our coal is starting to go down a little bit. Let's go ahead and drop this a bit. And let's put an even-ish amount of people on that. This is fully staffed. Okay. The next law. Wasn't really ready to pick one yet. We could do the public house. It's kind of expensive. But I mean, the sooner we can start combating public house or hope and discontent, the sooner the better. I'm kind of thinking that all the passive things are going to be so much better. Anything we can do that's passive. All right, let's do the public house. We're going to do those before. Oh, look at that hope. I want to do these before. Oh, crud. We don't have space for it on the first layer. The workshop. This thing only requires wood. We could disassemble this. Put this over here, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe we can move it over here? I don't know if it would fit. I want, like, our default stuff to be okay. We could move... Maybe we could move 2 huts over. Is a public house actually... It's not proximity based, okay. It's kind of annoying that they put the stockpiles in the first layer. Can we even rebuild the stockpiles? Nope. Alright. Excuse me. Well, we're gonna have steam hubs over here anyway. So let's put it towards the direction of all the medical stuff that we're gonna have. So I'm gonna go with right here. We can still fit a medical building or a hut right there. We're gonna build out in this direction. I think it's gonna be the shortest. Actually, this is probably the shortest. That's okay. Is it okay? Let's see, that is 2 wood. What is this one? 2 wood. Okay. They're actually the same. Okay. Alright. We're building the public house now. Double rations for kids. Ugh. Nothing will change. Oh, that is so bad. I feel like the good answer to do is the good idea. Actually, this is just going to give us a temporary boost. Let's do we can't afford it. It might have changed things a little bit later. I don't know. These numbers aren't too bad. 5 sick. Coal income is okay right now. Alright. So now we're gonna have more food coming in. So I think the next thing is gonna be... such a pickle. We can do the Steam Hub, or we can do the first tier. How much time do we have? 2 days. I think we have to do Steam Hub. Or Tier 1. I think those are really the only choices we have. I feel like we should do Tier 1 because we have to do Tier 1 anyway. And we'll end up having less sick since the majority of our public right now are in the first layer, or the first zone.